Hi guys, it's V, and today we're gonna do a reading blog. We're continuing with the Rinaverse, right? So we're gonna read the Kingdom Duet. This is the first book. I'm reading them on Kindle Unlimited, so I hope it's good. I should have read this after the Royal Elite series, but bear with me, okay? I fucked up, so let's see how it goes. I just started the book, right? And my boys, my fucking boys are being mentioned, which I love, by the way. But the way she's mentioning them, you don't really need to read the Royal Elite series before because she introduces them very well. The thing is, of course, you're gonna see spoilers because the ending of the previous series, whatever the fuck it was, it spoils how it's gonna end, right? But I mean, you don't really have to follow the suggested reading order, so you'll be good with that. But yeah, you can follow, and if you know their prior story, then yeah, you have more information. Okay, so you're telling me Aurora is gonna attend Elsa's and Aiden's wedding? I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love them. I'm sorry, I'm fangirling over my guys, but uh, I mean, what did you expect? There's something wrong about what I'm reading. I'm on top on the first chapter, right? Just the thing is that she doesn't wanna cross paths with him, and she's not supposed to be there. So, is him Aiden? Who the fuck is Aurora? Who the fuck is Aurora? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, 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 okay. So are you telling me that Aurora looks like Alicia's, like Aiden King's dead mother? Is she his sister? Half sister at least? What the fuck? This is why I have to read the back of the books, or at least who are they about? Because it's Jonathan's story. Jonathan as Jonathan King, Aiden's father, and Aurora is Alicia's sister, and she's like 8 years older than Aiden. So I think this is gonna be an age gap. I should read the back of the books, right? I should. I don't, but I should. So yeah. Will I read the back of some of the book? No, I will never do that. Why? I don't know. I prefer to go blank. Like no expectations, no, just no nothing but the bare minimum. In this case, I didn't even know the bare minimum. So, okay, okay. Let's see if I like Jonathan King. I hope so. Is he gonna call her Wild One as a nickname? I mean, Aurora isn't her name, her actual name, but it's her name now, and he remembers her, but Wild One. Why? I need answers. I just keep getting questions. Rina, answer them. Thank you. There's something weird. I think I'm missing something because he, Jonathan goes, whatever path she chooses will only lead back to me, where she was supposed to be 11 fucking years ago. That's the time when her sister died. The fuck? I mean, I'm missing something because, yeah, there was something in Alicia's will to take care of her sister, but she disappeared. So it's like there's something weird. It's weird because when he was marrying Alicia, he was 24 and Aurora was 7 or 8 years old. This is a little bit weird. And please, please don't make him a PDF file. Please don't make him that. Okay, so um, Aurora, Layla, and Ethan are having a meeting, right? And this man, Jonathan, goes into the meeting and he goes, everything that you agreed on, it's not gonna happen because now I own your company, um, Aurora's and Layla's. And they go, no, you don't. Oh, he does. He does. I mean, I cannot be mad about that. It's like, yeah, I have the power. So shut the fuck up. That was hot. I give you that one, Jonathan. That was fucking hot. I love Layla. I love her. So Aurora tells her just to go because whatever conversation they're gonna have, it will be war between Jonathan and Aurora, right? So she goes, I have a black belt in karate, and two of my brothers are captains of the British Army. Is that a threat, Mrs. Hussaini? It's a piece of information freely provided. I love her. It's like, yeah, I'm threatening you, but I'm not gonna say that because you maybe can destroy me, but I'm gonna defend my fucking friend. You know that, right? So I respect her. Okay, so they're having a conversation, right? And she, she goes, I'll pay anything. And he goes, anything. Careful, wild one. That's a strong word to use. And after that, she goes, he goes, share some money are in the payment I was thinking of. And she goes, then what is? This motherfucker goes, you, Aurora. He's the elder version of Aiden. So, I mean, I'm not mad about that. So she has to come over, right? And he goes, am I doing this to impress Aurora? Probably. She needs to be impressed in order to be intimidated. They're weaker and easier to handle when they're put out of their element. Jonathan, my guy, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but you actually like her and you're kind of obsessed with her. It's not because you have a rivalry with Ethan. You know, that's just a fucking excuse. Man, just just admit it, okay? It's fine. You remember the last clip, right? She didn't show up. She didn't show up. I think I love her. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? The package? What the hell happened? I need answers, and I just keep getting questions. The end of chapter 11? So she goes to that dinner, right? On her terms. The fuck? Okay, okay. So that's really on your terms. Well played, Aurora. Well played. I'm sorry, what? What? Okay, okay. So he goes, if you don't watch that mouth, I'll fuck it right here, right now. Why is that hot? Why is that hot? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give you any kind of context for this, but he goes, now eat. Or would you rather I fill your mouth with something else? And she goes, now what? And he says, now you eat. And she goes, and then what? And Jonathan says, and then I decide, after all, you're mine now, and I get to do whatever I please. I'm not your toy. Oh, but you are, wild one. No words. No words, Your Honor. No words. So he goes, you're telling me you're dead here? Maybe I should find out. And she goes, show me your worst. Fuck. Fuck. I'm sorry. What the fuck is going on? So she thinks she's dead inside, right? In a sexual way, because nothing works for her, right? And he proves her wrong. Yeah, he does. And this motherfucker goes, pain, that's what you need, Aurora. Lucky for you, I have plenty to give. And he calls her a good girl when she behaves. I'm sorry. And then she's late, okay? She's late to the meeting, so, or whatever, right? He goes, 10 for every minute you were late. No one wastes my time. I'm sorry, sir? Okay. Each chapter is like, what? So they're eating, right? And he goes, you will eat. And if I don't, do you prefer I make you? I prefer you leave me alone. Either you eat or you bear the consequences. Be smart and choose your battles, white one. She goes, fine. And she goes to eat. And this man goes, not there. Yeah, do you want to know where he wants her to eat? On his fucking lap. I'm loving this man. So she goes, I can eat if I'm face down, genius. And he goes, if you don't lose the attitude, you'll get the ass spanked so hard you'll be able to feel my touch on your skin for fucking days. No context, just vibes. How about you? Aren't you going to eat? Who said I'm not? I'm having you for dinner. Sir, excuse me? So, this man, okay, he sends her emails because he thinks texts are juvenile? The fuck? And the emails. Lord have mercy. I'll tell you that much. Tell me that the ending of chapter 19 is a fucking joke. Tell me that's a fucking joke. Please. I need it to be a fucking joke. Okay, so her past is like coming after her. Let's leave it at that, okay? And he goes, she's not here, but I am. I'll always be here, wild one. What a fucking chapter. Okay, 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 okay. Things escalated. Let's leave it at that. He goes, you're now the property of Jonathan King, wild one. And they have a conversation about how she is not owned by anyone. And he goes, the only reason you haven't been owned before is because I hadn't come along yet. Do you remember at the beginning that I didn't even know if I was gonna like him? I love him. Like love him. So Jonathan appears in her bedroom and he goes, you're 5 minutes late for breakfast and you didn't even answer my email. And horror things. People normally say good morning, but Jonathan reminds you of how you breach his rules. Yeah, that's Jonathan. Just Jonathan being Jonathan. The fact that she's sore and he just picks her up and finds a solution, as he calls it, and he prepares a bath for her and he's there with her, taking care of her. So, yeah, that's a fucking bare minimum what I expect from a man. If you don't have that, you can go. She asks him, right, why he calls her wild one, and he goes, you've been wild since you were a child. I don't know how I feel about that when he's 17 years older than her, but okay. So Aiden walks in on them and he insults her, and Jonathan goes, enough. This is the first and last time you disrespect her under my roof. Do it again and you'll have me to answer to. Yeah, I'm still weirded out about the wild one thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna look past that, you know? So she gets invited to a dinner, you know, with Aiden, Elsa, and Ethan. I don't know if the rest of the family is gonna be there in Argos. I will love to. And you hear, you will not. Do you know who that was? Yeah, Jonathan motherfucking King. So there's this charity event, right? Aurora didn't invite Jonathan, but Layla did without telling, her. And he was, she goes, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "I was invited." "No, you weren't." He calls Layla black belt. She was like, "You invited Jonathan?" Yeah. I love Layla, and I love the fact that he calls her black belt. I love that. I swear, I love Layla. So Layla calls Jonathan Johnny. He goes, "The name is Jonathan." And she goes, "You got me black belt. Why should I call you by your full name?" I love her. This man goes, "You're mine, so act like it. Mean it. Fucking breathe it if you have to. You don't get to define me in public again. Do you understand?" Fuck. And after that, he goes, "My name is the only name you're allowed to mold. The only name you're allowed to think about or even dream of." No words. So you're telling me that Jonathan, the fucking workaholic, not once, but twice, chose her over work? The first one on the bathroom when he was bathing her, he was like, "Work is not more important than this." And we're like, "What? That's a first?" And now he's at the charity event when he should be preparing for a meeting that he has after that. Tell me you're obsessed with her without telling me that you're obsessed with her, sir. So, Jonathan and Ethan are constantly at war, you know? So Ethan goes, "Does that mean Aurora is off limits?" And Jonathan goes, "She is." Does she know that though? Okay. But after that, Jonathan goes, "Come near her and I'll consider it a declaration of war, Ethan." Okay. Jonathan goes, "It's the first time in my life that I want to keep something instead of destroying it to pieces. The first time that I've looked forward to going home instead of spending all nighters at the office." The defiance in that woman makes me both insane and keeps me driven. The more she slips away from me, the harder I cage her in. The more challenging she becomes, the more ruthless my reaction turns. It's an everyday game, one I can't seem to shake off, but I'll have to one day. I'll have to go back to my usual balance and peace. However, that day isn't today. Who's gonna tell this man that he's in love with her? I'll wait. Are you gonna tell him? Because I want to punch him so he notices that. You know, he's as possessive as Aiden is. It's like, what name did I say? Aiden. I meant Aiden, his son. So he goes, "Aurora, since when did he start addressing her on a first name basis? I don't like that. It's Harry's. I mean, it's your fucking employee and you're jealous of her? Okay, okay. I know where Aiden took that from. Do you remember the last clip, right? No. Aurora or Carissa, or whatever name she goes with, is now fucking mine. Literally, figuratively. in every sense of the word. Yeah, he's obsessed. They are in a family dinner. Yeah, family. Okay. And Jonathan goes, Aiden, when I told you to stay away from Elsa, what did you do? That's different. Answer my question. What did you do? I married her. And you, Levi, did you hear a word I said about staying away from Lord Griffer's daughter? Nope. I made her my world. Fascinating. Now you two expect me to listen to you? Do you know what I call that? Hypocrisy. I stand by that. The same Jonathan King that wants everyone to fear him goes. Maxine was not your fault, wild one. Tell that to your reflection in the mirror every day, and you'll end up believing it. Make it make sense. He sleeps with her. So she says, Stay. I do not sleep with others. Just tonight. Why? Please, Jonathan. I'll only agree if you do something in exchange. What? You won't go to that dinner with Ethan. You just look for an excuse to stay because deep down you wanna be there. So these two make a deal. Okay? And she wants to demonstrate that she has power over him. So yeah, she sleeps in his bed. And he he just says, You wanna sleep on the bed? Yeah. Okay. You'll sleep on top of me. Yeah. And then he goes, You're the first person who shared my bed. We're in Leila's restaurant, right? It's a kebab restaurant. So her brother shows up and he goes, How have you been, Aurora? You haven't come around in a while. I've been kind of busy. With what? And Jonathan King goes, With me. Okay. Okay. So there's a trope I eat every time I say it. You wanna know? You wanna know what that trope is? She goes, So beautiful, looking at the sky. Jonathan goes, Indeed. He was looking at her, not the sky. I'm never, ever gonna be loved that way. So she asks him to kiss her, and he does. And then we jump to his POV. Okay? He goes, Truth is, I love kissing Aurora. She comes undone when my lips ravage hers. She melts against me and lets me do whatever I please. There's something euphoric about owning a fireball like her and making her come to me as if that's what she's always needed. It's one of those bizarre things that are only related to her. Kissing never mattered to me before, to the point that I never did it. But with her, I can't get enough of it. I'm sorry, what? What? The whole last chapter? What? Um, I finished, but I don't know if I finished it or they finished me. We'll we'll talk later, okay? I started the second book. Are you telling me that 22 fucking years ago, Jonathan and Ethan were best friends? What the fuck happened? So now we know the reason why he married Alicia. Okay. Okay. But I still don't believe he did what chapter 22 in the previous book said. That's it. How it goes. I can feel how shit's gonna go down in like a fucking second. So I don't know if I'm ready. So I'll just keep reading, but oh, shit's getting darker and darker. Something, okay, happened to Aurora, and nothing goes. Aurora is mine, and I'll bring chaos to the world to protect what's fucking mine. Ah, he will burn the fucking world for her. And that's my new standard. I say what I said. So she goes, is there anyone you consider as a human instead of something you buy? And Jonathan goes, you. Wow. Now I know who Kyle is. And because of, I read the Lies and Truths Duet before this that I shouldn't have. And now here is where Kyle is introduced. So now I know where he comes from. So, okay. But things are weird right now. So he's looking for a man. Okay. I'm not gonna give you the context, but he's looking for a man. And he is talking to someone, and the other guy goes, may I ask what you intend to do with this man once you find him? And Jonathan goes, make him wish he was never alive. And then he thinks, because no one, and I mean no fucking one, touches what's mine and lives. There's something about a possessive, obsessive, morally black, toxic man that I eat up every fucking time. I love it. Aurora was crying, right? And Jonathan goes, don't cry again. Those eyes aren't made for tears. So Aurora tells Jonathan, I hate you because of what was revealed in chapter 22 in the first book. And Jonathan goes, you didn't hate me when you came all over my tongue. Okay, sir. Okay. What the hell is going on? Ah. Okay, so I was right. What she thought happened didn't. But what the fuck? I'm on chapter like 11, 12, 11, right? Paul, what the fuck? I'm I'm lost. I'm not even confused. I'm fucking lost. Okay. So Lila's concerned about Aurora, and Jonathan calls her so she can, go over there. And she shows up with Ethan. And like a possessive man that Jonathan is, he goes to Ethan. Don't look at her, don't talk to her, don't fucking breathe near her. So she appears, you know, down these stairs in a nightgown. Do you know what Jonathan does? He goes, takes off his jacket, puts it on her, and he just cuts her. They go upstairs, and Jonathan goes, don't you ever, and I mean ever, show up dressed like that in front of Ethan or any other man. Is that understood? Why did this fucking scene make me emotional? Like, fuck. Am I going to cry right now? So Aiden hated Aurora, because she looked like his mother. And she goes to talk to him because she needs answers about what's happening to her. And Aiden is having a really civil conversation for what Aiden is. And he goes, you're not her. I know, I never wanted to be. No, you're not her. You won't fall you won't fall like she did. What makes you think that? And Aiden goes, Jonathan never looked at her the way he looks at you. I I'm unwell. She's talking to Elsa, right? And Elsa goes, have you seen the way he's possessive over your time and attention? That's because he's a control freak. Well, that he is, but it's more. I can tell. You can tell how. It's in the little things, The little things. Okay, so here's one. When we sit for family dinners, Jonathan doesn't touch his food until he makes sure you're not only settled, but you've also started eating. He just likes everyone seated. Jonathan, he couldn't care less about us. He only started that habit when you joined our dinners. Oh, there's also the way he watches you when you'll eat, or how he snaps at Aiden or Levi whenever they address you. It's like he doesn't want your attention divided from him. He snaps at everyone. Not usually. Jonathan is the type who issues orders in the calmest, most frightening way, and he doesn't actually snap at Aiden and Levi. At least no one Asher and I are there. You brought colors to his previously bleak world. I can feel it. So he finds her, right? And she goes, how did you find me? And this fucker goes, I always know where you are. You don't really think you can escape me, do you? Aiden cooked, right? And Jonathan is trying his food for the first time, and he goes, it's different from Margot's. It's good. And Aiden and Elsa are like, what the fuck? You never compliment me in any fucking way possible. So Elsa goes, he cooks the best food ever. Jonathan goes, maybe he can cook something for the family dinner next time. Jonathan goes, I mean it, Aurora. If you leave again, I won't only chase you to Leeds or Oxford, I'll flip the world upside down to find you. What if you can't find me? What if I disappear? Then I'll burn the world that forced you to disappear and resurrect you from its ashes. You will? You think I'm not able to? It's not that. You don't seem to understand what it means to be mine. It's not only about how you belong to me, or that I'll cut off the dick of any bastard who looks your way and shove it up his ass. It's also about how I'll protect you from the world and yourself if I have to. It's about burning your obstacles so you can leave these shadows and shine like you were always meant to. You can provoke or test me or even give me that fucking attitude, but you do not get to run away from me. I'm never gonna be loved this way. Never gonna be loved this way. Are you telling me that Ethan and Jonathan are into the same kind of things and they used to share women at the same time and different times? Rina, I need those scenes. I mean, just one for shits and giggles, but please, I need that. And also, what the fuck? When she was talking to Ethan, Aurora, I mean, was that necessary? The news thing, the picture, the public trial, everything? Yeah, I want that man buried alive. Okay? Okay. She goes, you've probably seen this scenery like 1,000 times. Jonathan goes, it feels like a first with you. I love him. Tell me you're wealthy without telling me you're wealthy. He owns a fucking island. The fuck? Do you wanna know how possessive this man is? So, he goes, your smile, like everything else about you, is mine and mine alone. I don't share. Okay. This man, he's gonna be the death of me. So he goes, I'm taking that woman to every corner of the world so she can live her life as she was always meant to. I'm jealous. And I love him. This fucker. He goes, by the time I'm finished with you, you'll scream the whole house down. Okay. That that was hot. Okay, so hear me out. Things happened. Uh, how possessive do I like my men? Fictional, of course. No one but me gets to fucking touch you. If anyone attempts to, they'll disappear and never return. You would do that? I would do more than that, Aurora. Did you think I was joking when I said you're mine? And then she confesses something, okay? And she thinks he may want to choose another woman for himself. And he goes, fuck that. Fuck anyone who's not you, wild one. And then he goes, sorry. It is what you make it to be, Aurora. The world is at the tip of your fingers. It is not. It is now. I'll bring the world to its knees in front of you. All you have to do is ask. That's, from now on, the bare minimum in my fucking life. Thank you very much. She goes, why would you do that for me? And Jonathan, motherfucking King, goes, because the world needs to bend the knee for my queen. The end of chapter 23. Yeah, yeah. I want a man that sure that he wants to be with me. Like, to the fucking end. Yeah, I stand by that. She goes, you don't have to protect me. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't protect myself. And he goes, I'm not protecting you because you're a woman. I'm protecting you because you are my woman. He said what he said. So he's talking to himself, right? And he goes, let her go. I know what that means. And despite my black mood, I recognize it's probably the best option for her. But how the fuck can I let go of the piece of myself I finally found? Okay, so Ethan and Aurora are in Jonathan's home talking about Jonathan, and Jonathan is not home. Okay, so um, she goes, I'm glad he had you. And Ethan goes, I'm the one who's glad you are here, Aurora. And Jonathan appears out of fucking nowhere. And he goes, you'll be less glad when I drown you in the pool. Okay, sir. Okay. He's not gonna take her from you. But okay. I love that energy though. I'm fucking loving this fucking book. So he goes, here's the thing, Aurora. You won't leave. I won't? There's no way in fuck I'm letting you go. Yeah. He said what he said. And I love that. I mean, the way he talks about her to himself and the way he loves her but without telling her, I just can't. So she thinks he's embarrassed to take her places, because they never go outside, like together. And he goes, you're not my dirty little secret, Aurora. I'll shout at the top of the world that you're mine, and if that's what it will take. This man would burn the world for her without even telling her that he loves her. But he proves it like every single fucking time with every fucking decision he makes. He's so obsessed. I love it. I feel betrayed. The way I feel betrayed, I was reading that part, like that mouth opened, like I I wanna punch someone, and that someone being who you know. I didn't expect that to be who was after her. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna read the epilogues now. So, wish me luck. I'm sorry. He walks her down the aisle. I'm not saying his name because spoilers, but I'm loving this. I finished and I love it. I think I'm gonna rate it like 4.5 again, like the first book. It's not a 5-star book to me, but it was close. It was really close. But I don't know. I think all the questions I had were answered, in a way. And I think everything became full circle. So, yeah, it was actually a really fun time. And I loved every second of it, even though there were times where I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I knew that, you know, everything was going downhill. And yeah, no breaks. But yeah, I loved it. And I don't know, I guess what's next in the Rinaverse? The Thorns duet, I think. So yeah, we'll keep reading that, and I hope I end up reading like in a couple of months at most Legacy of Gods, because I keep hearing about them and I'm like, I just want to trust Rina and her reading order. So yeah, I don't know. I hope I can. And the Monster Trilogy, I am also very, 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 very interested in it. So yeah. So guys, this is everything for the reading vlog in this duet. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!